Hello, my fellow Nigerians. This is what is between Tinubu and the North. My fellow Nigerians, one of our own is saying, what is between Tinubu and the North? He said, but let no one delude himself that time has stood still in any part of Nigeria since independence. It will be delusional to categorically talk of the North as one monolith, as if we were in 1959. If a plebiscite was taken today, it is likely that we shall find that different sections of the country have different concerns. So when a political gambler threatens that he would ensure that the North does not vote for Tinubu in 2027, you may want to ask, which North? Happy New Year, everyone. As 2025 was rolling in, we were escorted into the new year by cries of discrimination, attempted marginalization, and emasculation from some politicians who claim to be speaking for the North. Apparently, there is a coordinated effort to ensure that the proposed tax reform bill sent to the National Assembly by the Tinubu government is stillborn. A section of the Northern elite has planted its members around the various media to canvass that the bill be strangled. It is gross. The legislation is anti-North. This is a blackmail. Usually, when people disagree with a section of a bill, they submit their protest and their suggestions to the National Assembly and proffer rational arguments to convince the legislators that their objection is locally defensible and socially desirable. But the politicians against the bill are not interested in making suggestions to tweak the provisions of the bill. They simply want it killed. They are also threatening to ensure that Tinubu does not win a second term in 2027 if he does not bend to their will. Part of the reasons I enjoyed watching politicians playing their games is because one way or the other, it provides entertainment. Politicians are the only set of people on the surface of God's earth who believe that their motives are so well disguised as to fool the rest of humanity. The hawk glees with arrogance in the sky, unmindfully that the people on the ground are watching his maneuvers. When TV anchors ask the anti-tax reform gladiators to pinpoint the exact clauses that they find objectionable in the tax bill, they revert to their habitual circumlocution and complain that there wasn't enough consultations before the bill was crafted. When told that the public hearing to be conducted by the legislature is meant to ensure that all shades of opinion are heard before a final decision is taken, they say that the bill does not deserve a public hearing and should be scrapped completely. The anti-tax reform lobby is all too predictable and presumptuous. When they say the North, they mean their family and hangers on. Take the case of Senator Ndume, who railed against the transfer of a department of the Central Bank from Abuja to Lagos as anti-North move. Hearing his intemperate lingo, you would think that Lagos was not part of Nigeria. It turned out that his daughter was a staff of the CBN, and the senator was only trying to prevent the transfer of his daughter from the federal capital to the former capital. The logic of the claim was that whatever affected the good senator also affected the North. So when next you hear politicians like Rufai claiming that the North is marginalized, or that the Tinubu government is unduly favoring Lagos with its plan to participate in provision of rail infrastructure in the former capital, you may want to seek further clarification. Pray if Nigeria under Buhari's leadership could fund the railway line to Maradi in Niger's Republic. Why can't the country under Tinubu invest in its former capital? From the political wilderness came the voice of the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, condemning what he sees as Tinubu's nepotism in a cryptic message on his X platform, where he reacted to Farouk Berogi's article. Tinubu's Buharization of the NNPC. El-Rufai wrote, "Two wrongs do not make a right. Sensible inclusion always trumps arrogant exclusion." The hard Tinubu feelers lacks have sworn that at the appropriate time they will ask El-Rufai to elucidate on his theory of arrogant exclusion. Many of them pointed out that El-Rufai was the least qualified politician to talk about arrogant exclusion. It was because of the former governor's bad record in matters of inclusivity that his political rival, Senator Shehu Sani, argued that El-Rufai had no moral authority to criticize Tinubu. Sani accused El-Rufai of turning Kaduna into apartheid state during his tenure. According to him, there were people who were silent from Buhari was filling political offices with his enkismen and have now found their voice when the equation doesn't favor them. Let's not make reference to the nepotism that marginalized southern Kaduna for 8 years. Kaduna was an apartheid state for 8 years. You see, this is what we are saying. In the comment section, my brother, see what is happening. Politicians arguing because what Tinubu is doing is not favoring the North. When Buhari was there, they were not arguing. They did not say anything. They did not say all the bads that Buhari was doing then. Now that they see Tinubu doing what he's doing now they are annoyed. They are quarreling. In the comment section, my brothers and sisters, you are free to say your own opinion on these issues. Subscribe to this channel, share, love, and like. God bless Nigeria. Thanks and God bless. Amen.